All right, we're live.
Presto.
Who's playing the game?
It's me. I'm recording. Do you guys not understand what's going on?
Yeah, but no one's playing.
Oh,
Games they have it on pause. Someone's got something on pause.
You're good. We just have to let them know that they can unpause.
Yeah. That's fine. I can edit this part out.
Mobius, you on that?
Yeah, I'm on that.
Yes.
All right, there we go.
Welcome back to Game 2 between Shogun and Fade. In the red. In the south, I don't know, west, we have Shogun playing as the Sicilians. And we have in the blue, Fade, also known as Maelstrom, playing as the Byzantines. And as always, we have Mobius to the cast and Easy now taking care of the other details. What do you think of this map, Mobius?
Interesting matchup here with Shogun in the south and Sicilians, Maelstrom in the north as Byzantines. These are going to be two very big late game civilizations. Byzantines are very well known for their trash spam and their very flexible tech tree, whereas the Sicilians, most of their play focuses around their sergeant, unique unit, which has amazing stats once fully upgraded with the attack and the extra pierce armor and melee armor. So the problem that you're going to have here is Fade's going to be forced to go on the aggression here to prevent Shogun from getting to that point post Castle Age, early Imperial Age with the First Crusade push. So it'll be very interesting to see how he handles that as the Byzantines.
Yes, absolutely. And as we were mentioning, the map, it starts with the castle. And this lineup, we have a very safe, in my opinion, gold and stone for Shogun. And a relatively safe for Maelstrom. The gold is perfectly placed for him there. The stone can get dangerous. We'll see how that used. Other thing that's mentioned, well, not even mentioned, but going into the civ differences, Byzantines, known for that cheap trash, the amazing cataphract that destroys infantry, and having that cheaper imp time. Meanwhile, Sicilians has a farm bonus. It has a the TCs build faster, castles build faster, and they get the First Crusade tech, as Mobius was talking about.
So First Crusade, for those that don't know, for every town center that is produced from the Sicilian player, they get 7 free sergeants spawned from them, up to 5 town centers. So the max they can spawn with that tech is 35 free sergeants. It is a very useful tech to have. So what you'll see the Sicilian player do is in Castle Age, they'll boom up to that 5 town center maximum, and then click First Crusade after they click up to Imperial Age. And the idea is you time that with getting your elite sergeant upgrade in your early in an early push into Imperial Age to get the maximum effect of that overwhelming amount of force. So to respond to that, the Byzantine player is going to want to use gunpowder. So a sergeant, in a nutshell, it is basically a beefed up champion. It will eat through trash like for breakfast and not even take seconds. And we've got an interesting deviation from build order here. Maelstrom has clicked up to feudal age with 20 villagers. Shogun is still producing villagers at 22 pop right now. What are we doing here with 20 pop feudal age here, Maelstrom? Very interesting.
Yeah, so those sergeants will eat up anything with the trash. I love to see. Personally, I think it would be super epic if they would have kept the original, because they could get how many could they get originally for their sergeants? It was unlimited, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the town centers wasn't limited, but it was like for each town center you only got 7, and then they capped it at 5, I thought. But that's been a while ago since they made that fix. And I think First Crusade's a pretty fairly balanced tech.
Yeah.
For the cost and the trade-off that you get. So the thing with sergeants, once they're fully upgraded, as we said, they eat their trash. And Byzantine's best answer to Sergeant is just going to be hand cannons and gunpowder. And then you're going to want some sort of trash in front of that to prevent the Sergeants from getting to the gunpowder. The trick that Shogun, the Sicilians are going to have to get around that is going to be siege onager, and then the Byzantines then have the bomber cannons to counter the siege onagers, and you're going to see a lot of micro-intensive fights here in the post-Imperial Age game, should it get to that point. So, one thing I do want to point out in these 1v1s, relics are very important in 1v1s because once your gold mines are mined up, that is it for gold unless you have the relic control. You don't really have an ally to be able to trade with in the marketplace unless you play on certain maps. But
hey, guys, I crashed.
Oh, crap. What do we do now?
I'll tell them to pause the game.
Yeah, they could pause it.
Go then. I would have them unpause. There we go. They're unpaused right now. Are we
good.
Live?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Everything's
sorry about that, everyone. Technical difficulties, but we are still picking up here. We have both players up to feudal age right now. Maelstrom slightly ahead on score with 24 vills. Shogun slightly ahead on villagers with a little bit behind on score. So we have Market Blacksmith coming up here for Shogun on the south side of the map, whereas we have Maelstrom on the northern part of the map. I'm not seeing any feudal buildings up. Never mind. I see a market. I'm not seeing enough for a blacksmith.
And Shogun's picked up.
Nope.
He really
Blacksmith there.
He really wanted to get those buildings down. He had 10 villagers working on.
So Shogun's the first click up to Castle Age. Maelstrom is a bit short on food. I am surprised I'm not seeing any market manipulation there. He's got enough to be able to buy his way up. Okay, there we go. He's up to Castle. So Shogun's going to have a 15-second advantage in Castle Age. Cool. And we are on our way to Castle. It's looking pretty boomish. I'm not seeing a lot of production or military buildings from either of the two players, which kind of allows us the chance to sit back and relax and chat a little bit more about the matchup.
Yeah, and the only thing difference that occurred is that Fade did squeeze in the first two farm and wood upgrade. Other than that, yeah, it's just a very chill. It's interesting. It looks like Fade, I don't know. Let's see what he wants to do here.
I would agree with that as a whole. So, as I was saying before, the crash happened. Relics are a very important thing on the 1v1s. Once you exhaust your gold mines, that is it. You don't have the ability to trade with an ally. And for you to make gold units, you need to be able to have gold income. So the only way to secure gold income in 1v1s are the relic placements. Now, with the relic generations, we have 3 relics to the south of the map. We've got 2 relics to the north of the map. I would say the relic placement favors Shogun because you've got the 5th relic that's in the most westernmost or easternmost corner of the map, way closer to Shogun than it is to Maelstrom. He's got closer access to 4 of the 5 relics. I would say that advantage was with Shogun if he notices it. But we didn't see him in that first game take relics until very late post-Imperial Age. So I'm not sure if that's going to be a big focus for him. And we're up to Castle here. We got a secondary wall coming in here for Shogun and a second town center on his gold mine. I don't really like the town center placement with the mill right there as well as the house. He's going to have to delete some buildings to get farms around it. I really do not like that town center placement.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit better on the wood.
And we have Maelstrom going for a monastery and going to go for that relic play.
Yeah, immediately gets the 3rd TC. So we're going to see a 3 TC boom, which is pretty standard, but an extra wall. I don't know.
This is Sicilians. We should see 5 TC boom here. So I would expect him. So his game plan, what this tells me is his game plan is to get 5 TCs, go First Crusade, and then push. Yeah,
and I think, we know that Shogun knows the civ pretty well, but
second town center coming in from Maelstrom right now.
I am always a fan of the First Crusade coming in with Elite Sergeant. That is the big.
Yes, you get that power spike with the Elite Sergeant. So a base Sergeant has +8 attack when it's in Imperial Age. That gets +11 attack, and then it gets the +4 pierce, +4 melee armor. And then you couple that. Oh, we got a monk pick off?
Wow, I have never seen that, and Shogun is, I am with you. It fired once on a full HP scout, and it killed it. I have never seen that ever in Age of Empires. Wow.
What,
Have
the
you ever
monk?
seen that?
No, I must have missed it. Wow.
So,
I see the monk on half health though.
yeah, you see the monk got hit by one hit by the scout, and the scout went in. Literally just one volley of arrows, and he was dead.
Yeah. But the other thing too, if this was right in front of this gate, he also had a tower there as well. So arrow fire from both the castle and the tower is probably what did it there.
Either way, I've never seen that much damage taken off, but that was
Wow.
the game gods were with Maelstrom today. That was crazy.
Wow.
Okay, 4th TC going up on the stone on the corner.
Yep, see there's your 5 TC, boom. Kind of awkward to get to that town center though with the way that he's lulled himself out. He's gonna have to delete some walls to get some villagers out there and go through the southern part of the map. Because you got that. Yeah, see his villagers can't get to that 4th TC because the way that map generation is, that wood line is preventing villagers from going out that gate. Very awkward map placement there.
Really frustrating if I were a Shogun.
Yep.
Can he even go out the way that he extra walled inside?
It's faster just to delete the walls and go through the walls.
Yeah, we'll see how that develops. Also, that is its 4th TC, so we're still looking for that 5th if he wants the Crusade full benefit. Meanwhile, Fade is doing I think he's doing it's hard to know. He only
Pretty
has 2
even on
TCs.
build counts, 2 TCs versus 3 TCs right now. Fade has gotten 2 relics so far. He is looking to collect his 3rd and 4th relics. Shogun's finally getting villagers out to that 4th town center on the left-hand side of the map. Fade scouted where the 3rd monk's going out to get the 3rd relic right now. Shogun's got the bottom relic underneath his base. So at least be 1 relic coming in for Shogun, and I don't think either player has scouted where that 5th relic's at. No, Shogun has not seen it yet.
Now, one thing
It's all the way in the corner. I doubt people are going to see that unless they got Auto Scout on.
Oh yeah, that's really important. One thing to note about the Sicilians that I think we failed to mention is that they get extra bonus damage on some of their on all their units actually. And it's not they resist bonus damage. So the Sicilian Cavalier is really a deadly unit, fully upgraded, because halberdiers barely even tickle that bonus damage. So I think that would be maybe a play as a fully boom. It'll be interesting to see what they move into. I also believe, and you correct me on this there, Mobius, that the Sicilians get fully upgraded arbs, if I'm correctly spoken.
I am not sure because I rarely use arbs as Sicilians myself when I play them. It's just all about the sergeant play for me.
Yeah.
We see a forward castle coming out here from Shogun on the left-hand side of the map in front of that 4th town center, and there's a 5th town center coming on the south side of the map. So Shogun now has his 5 town centers coming up here and online. So yes, so what happens, the Sicilian unique bonus, it basically takes 25% less bonus damage. So for example, a hand cannoneer, which normally does plus 10 bonus damage to infantry units, a Sicilian infantry unit would only get plus 8 bonus damage. It rounds down on the value there, so it only gets plus 8 instead of plus 10 damage. Not a lot, but it's enough that it stacks up and forces the players to turn around and have to make the appropriate counter unit. It used to be half bonus damage, but the developers nerfed it with how frequently Sicilians are getting picked in pro tournaments.
Which is ridiculous, but that's for a whole nother conversation. As far as eco upgrades, they're pretty much dead even.
Shogun has a vill lead of 76 vills to 66 vills, 10 villagers ahead, because you got multiple town centers going. Fade is still on Maelstrom's still on the 3 town centers. You're not going to see him add much more than that. And we are about even on pop with the difference that are there. Just slight vill lead for Shogun as he gets his upgrades with armor and attack upgrades and gold mining and all the other economy upgrades as they come in. We see Cataphracts being produced by Maelstrom. Interesting choice here. So Cataphracts, that's... I have not done Cataphracts versus the sergeants before. I'll be very intrigued to see how that goes. Cataphracts, yes, they got the extra melee armor and they're very tanky and they have the extra hit points that are there. They don't do as much damage though, but they got the trample damage if you got that elite Imperial. Okay, and Maelstrom we see click up to Imperial Age here with getting the armor upgrades now. I would expect. Okay, First Crusade coming in here for Shogun. 55 seconds before First Crusade kicks in here.
And it's crazy to think that he built a siege tower. He has actually two siege towers in there, which is very odd. When he can just run around the whole.
Oh, he's gonna try to wall hop, isn't he? I don't know if that's gonna work, boys. I don't know if that's gonna work. I like how Maelstrom's walling up the northern part of the map. That's gonna be great. The siege towers
the timing of that's gonna be really crucial. The final upgrade coming in. I have not. Okay, Squire.
First Sergeant just popped up. First Crusade's going. We've got the Sergeants coming in here. They're 8+1 +1 attack +2 armor.
Salutamo.
Now the thing with Sergeants is you get the donjons. That's the unique tech. That's the unique tower for the Sicilians. It's really powerful to combine First Crusade with your tower upgrades, which means bracer, which means fletching, which means so you can produce more and more donjons and snowball it that way. Arson coming in here, and here we go. Look at the northern part of the map. We see the two siege towers getting loaded up with donjons or with sergeants, and we'll see what happens.
And we see crossbow.
One's full, other one's not.
It looks like a.
Fade's gonna see it. He's got a spear right there, and there's cataphracts right there.
And
that should go Shogun's way. He's got the numbers. Monks coming in for conversions.
And this is a classic moment where you just have to let your units fight. Let it fight. And I actually like the siege tower. They're kind of distracting. They're kind of being annoying. They're taking away random things and a good cleanup before, right before him. And we'll see what we have here. We have Bodkin coming in now, and crossbows are queued up.
Fade's gonna lose those monks. So 15 versus 9. It was kind of I think that was numbers that dictated that fight. And then we see the forward donjons. And these sergeants coming in the base defensive castle coming up to defend. Fade's got Bodkin coming in here in a short second, so those castles will do more damage. And Maelstrom is up to Imperial Age, so that's going to be a big difference here with the Byzantines.
But it is helpful that
I really don't like making crossbows against sergeants because sergeants have that plus. They've got 5 pierce armor. Those crossbows are not going to do much at all to them.
And it's interesting to see if he's clicked up.
And Shogun's up to Imperial, 2 minutes away from elite sergeants.
He has no Imperial upgrades yet for his units, and yeah, Shogun is definitely kind of.
I need to see Bracer come in here soon, and I need to see more cataphracts being produced. He is massing cataphracts. I think that is the right play here. Or hand cannon. I would get chemistry, but I don't think he's got a university to make chemistry, does he? I don't see university out for Maelstrom for hand cannons. So cataphracts is going to have to be the play here. Wow. And once again, we're missing upgrades on those cataphracts. No attack upgrades, only the +2 armor upgrades. The 2 castle defense may not last for forever here, and Shogun is a minute 30 away from Imperial Age, and probably another minute behind that for the elite sergeants.
Pouring in the numbers.
I don't think I'd take that fight. I wouldn't take that fight. That's a bad fight. Get back. Get him to fight underneath your town center. Get the heals from the monks. Shug coming up here to deal with the forward donjons. I like that call. At least stem the tide there, because the cool thing with the donjons, you create sergeants from those as well. So it's a snowball effect. You destroy the donjons, you cut off the production buildings for the sergeants.
Just take a minute to recognize that both players have 2,000 wood in the bank, and that can be precious. All right, back to the action. It's huge on the gate, and coming in clutch. We have Trebs out now for Maelstrom.
We got the defense castle to the south that's coming in here. There is a wall on that part of there is a wall there. Maelstrom has overchopped his walls there on that south side of the map, so the sergeants do find that. That is a way into the base here. First donjon is down from that Treb. The Treb's being tasked to the second donjon. We got 58 sergeants right now coming out for Shogun versus the 12 cataphracts. I really don't like the numbers here. You need more cataphracts, you need the upgrades before elite sergeants come out. And Shogun is damn near pop capped. I wouldn't take that fight. I would not take that fight. Bad fight. Bad fight.
Yeah, this could be the GG right here. This is the numbers are just
I wouldn't say
overwhelming.
that's the GG, but it's going to be snowballing to a point where you can't really control it. And okay, and both sides retreat. That's a decent result here. I really don't like making crossbows behind this. If you're going to make anything behind this, I would make hand cannons. But again, it makes it very goal dependent.
I really want to see Shogun be a little bit patient with these treb pushes. He has time. He has a lot of trebs queued, and this is
okay, now we got 15. We got 15 cataphracts coming in here against 145 sergeants. I think the cataphracts still don't have the numbers. Still don't have the numbers. I don't think I like this fight. Did you see Logistica come in the unique tech? I really don't like this fight. There's still too many sergeants here.
Oh my god.
Oh no, 18 sergeants. He's cleaning it up. He is cleaning it up.
This is dead even. 7-7, 6-7.
Wow. And Shogun calls the good game. Wow.
Shogun calls the GG. He didn't even try to text me.
Wow.
Unreal, they held just long enough. There was missing so many upgrades. I never saw any other upgrades for the cataphracts.
No, he's selling resources now. What are we not GGing here? I definitely saw GG in chat. Wow.
GG. We'll see what he decides to do. Maybe he says, you know what, take GG. I'm not sure.
He took that fight without elite sergeants. That's what it was. Wow. That was horrible. Elite sergeant coming in now. Wow.
That is the massive.
Yeah, I would be confused too, Maelstrom. I thought you resigned. Oh, wow.
Hey, props to him. Maybe he thought he had a little bit more fight in. He saw the differences. He sees Donjon throwing down like crazy now. He's repaired his castle and he's held for now.
I mean, Shogun still has a 30 bill advantage here. It's not over yet.
Yeah, I
just think he got frustrated with that fight. Wow.
Yeah, I think he recognized the situation and calmed down for just a minute. I think, I don't know.
Those sergeants are +2. We're still missing armor upgrades for the sergeants. He's got 14 of them. He's only producing them from those 2 castles right now. That's the only production he has for the sergeants until he gets more of those donjons going. And by the way, those donjons do not have fletching upgrades. You need tower upgrades for those donjons, everybody. Fletching and your range upgrades, and then ballistics and your tower upgrades from the university. Very important for future Sicilian players, just so they get that understood.
So, let's see how long and patient Shogun is now. He recognized what he did wrong in this fight. He was missing still upgrades, and he's still missing up. Okay, there's another armor.
Okay, armor coming in here. I see bracer coming in. I do not see arm coming in. Those crossbows are only 5+2 attack. When those sergeants are done, they're gonna have 8 pierce armor. Those crossbows are only gonna do 1 damage a shot. They're not gonna be effective. The most damage is gonna come in from the cataphracts. And those cataphracts are unupgraded attack-wise. They only do 9 attack.
You gotta stay patient. You're still missing upgrades, buddy. Oh my goodness, and he's just getting treb shot after treb shot. Unreal.
Finally, we're getting armor upgrades coming in. Fortune coming in. Chemistry coming in from Maelstrom. I don't see ARBs coming in, though. Chemistry, and I would tech switch right away to hand cannon.
He has now enough for ARBs. I think it's around 425 gold. Wow, and the hold. Unreal.
Just see how it took those 25 archers 3 volleys to kill 1 sergeant. Like, sergeants are Huskarls. Think of them like that, and then you could plan effectively how to counter them.
I love how Shogun just said, you know what? I think I got a little
Elite
more
skirmishers
fight
are coming in for Shogun chemistry, and blast furnace coming in. Shogun's getting the upgrades that he needs there to deal with the archer mass. But I don't think he needs it. The sergeants are enough. Excuse me. And we're even on pop. Slightly more army from Maelstrom. I would like to see more cataphracts if possible. And ARBs finally coming in here now. They're 7 seconds away.
I think what you were saying from the beginning, one of the key moments of this matchup is if Fade is going to turn.
Here comes the fight! Here comes the fight! Those ARBs are going to get destroyed by those.
He's not engaging. Oh, there it is. All right. And
wow,
now engaged,
that should do it.
That is a cleanup. I think they have a lot of fights still in them. If he is able to transition into that hand cannon, that would be a key unit here. And I can see a little bit of frustration from Fade, but at the same time,
and rightfully so.
At the same time, it is a tournament game, and Shogun saw that.
And Shogun didn't press the resign button. We'll have to talk about that after this game, because Shogun's in a winning position right now.
Yeah, and I think Shogun is gonna hold this one out. And to be frank, I don't know if there's much you can really say other than the fact that Shogun just put on another gear, and Fade, well, Maelstrom Fade did it. So,
Cataphracts, are they going to hold this time? I don't think so. Shogun's got the production, he's got the gold, and they're going with the Cataphracts.
Fade is trying to mass what little amount of archers he can.
Oh, this is not going to be pretty post-game.
There's a little bit of banter going on.
This is not going to be pretty post-game.
And Fade make that transition into hand cannon. That is the big difference right now. Can he make that transition?
Forward castle coming down here, Treb's coming up, it's over here. You just don't have the army, and wow. And Shogun and Maelstrom calls it
GG's
here.
called from Maelstrom. Wow.
So Shogun would have won that first fight had he just been patient and had he gotten the Elite Sergeant upgrade and the upgrades that were there. And I think the big difference there in that game was unit choice. As I said at the beginning of the game, hand cannoneers do more damage because they actually get that plus 10 bonus damage versus sergeants, instead of having the ARDs that do
excuse me.
damage there.
I'm going to go ahead and cut off the recording here so we can sort of sort out this GG deal.
Yeah.
You can stop the recording.
All right,
Well
guys.
played.